What's going on, y'all? It's Greg. Greg said it. Back with our second video today on this inspirational, motivational Sunday. Here we had a nice live today talking about pretty much why the haters should be worried. About what's going on in Colorado. It's a lot of good things going on. They don't look like they're going to be a punching bag this year. Everybody can kind of pick on and taunt. It's going to look like some regular good football this year. They're not going to be able to just really dog them in the trenches. It looks like they have some depth and some good talent there. We know they had talent, just couldn't really take advantage of it, especially as far as getting the ball to them and outside when the quarterback's getting sacked. So it just brings a whole different dynamic to their game, especially with the type of quarterback that we know he is. When he can get that ball out to you, it's a problem. He's going to be in his fourth year. He did it as a freshman, as a baby. He did it as a sophomore down at JSU. He did it as a junior last year. He's a grown man now. They call him grown, and he's finally grown. So it's a lot of good things that's coming. And he's going to have the opportunity to go out with a boom, with a bang, pow. So it's some things that really is looking good, but it's one thing in particular that really is exciting. And it's really a good thing to see. And that is something they lacked last year. Something that maybe comes from not knowing people. We know that's normal. We don't know people. You know, you're not comfortable communicating with them, especially on serious matters. You'd rather avoid it, especially more passive, which also explains a lot about the nature of the team. If you got a bunch of passive people who are not willing to confront, and it's such a confrontational sport amongst men, and they lack this accountability factor. Coach Prime used to always say he want to see them holding each other accountable. It's not that he want to see drama and not getting along, but it's just something that he knows. Been a Hall of Famer and a guy who's been successful. That's a strong feature of a good team, is when the team can keep each other in check without having to depend on the coaches to be the bad guy or to spend their time doing things like correcting you. You should either be correcting yourself, or one of your peers should get to it before you do. And that's what we're seeing already. We're seeing these guys really start to push each other and challenge each other and check each other. And you know why that's a good thing? Because there is no greatness without accountability and nothing. And we talk about life on this inspirational Sunday, inspirational motivation. And it's really about really applying the principles we see in football, especially with Colorado, to our everyday life. Because what good is all this stuff if we just looking at this and pointing at another person, and you're not even applying these principles in your life, and you missing the fact that it's a learning opportunity. And this is definitely one of them, because what makes a football team the best is when everybody is not only they got teamwork and unity, but you really look at what is the glue behind it. And I mentioned it earlier. The glue between trust and respect is the ability to give each other some form of accountability, but also to be able to receive it, because it's like, I can trust that, if I'm slipping, you see it, because I'm tired and I'm whatever, and I need you to shake me out of it, and I shake you out of it, and we can respect each other because it's mutual. It should be mutual. And that's where that respect and that trust grow. And when we in the trenches and we're going through, I know you're going to do what you got to do. And I know you got my back. Because, really, when you don't show that to a person, you really don't care. And you really don't care. Like if a coach don't say anything to you, he really don't care. I used to hear that saying, and like I said, I believe it. Because I experienced it on some levels at different times. If that coach don't coach you, you done. And if your teacher don't teach you, they really done with you. You sensitive when people on your back. I ain't talking about this a hater just trying to antagonize you. That ain't love. You should know the difference, especially grown. You should know the difference. But when somebody is just genuinely trying to correct you, that means that they believe you can change. That means that they want to see you at your best. But if they don't, you consciously or subconsciously, you're going to notice, it, and you're going to say, they must not really care. And if you feel like somebody don't care, you're less likely to put the effort in because you feel like they don't care. And that whole process can go on unknown. And I believe a lot of that went on in Colorado last year. I believe it happens in everyday life with people on their job where they, it's like you want to be left alone, but when people leave you alone on the island, you be like, does what I do even matter? And then some people so sick with it, they'll sabotage, they'll do certain things just to get somebody to show that they care. They'll do like a child, they do things to get whooped just to get some attention. It's that weird psychology that exists. And you just a grown version of a child. So don't think it's not possible, because you probably tried some attention-seeking stuff as a child. And adults do it too, just in a different way. So imagine these college students. Imagine if you getting away with stuff, you ain't doing your best. But everybody seems to be okay with it. So since they're okay with it, then they must just not care. So why should I care as much? If y'all okay with my half effort, why should I give you my full effort? But when you got some guys that's pushing you along the way, they not only care about you, they care about the team. And that's just a good energy. That's just a good mentality, a good attitude to have. That's a good culture to have. And that's the beauty. That's what people missing about what's going on in Colorado. You had some guys coming in that said, hey, we want a culture of accountability. We want a culture, you do your best, doggone, don't slip on me, because, I'm going to be dependent on you out there. This team is dependent on you. It's the weakest link mentality. I can't, you're the weakest link in this chain. If we mess around and have to depend on you, we're in trouble. So we need everybody to be sharp. Okay, you second string, third string. We don't know what's going to happen. We need everybody to be on point. We're not going to assume like we know how this season going to go and who we're going to have to depend on. It's the next man up in sports. So we ain't got no room to have anybody bringing our culture down, bringing our energy down, bringing our work ethic down. I'm busting my butt and you slacking. No way. We're not allowing that. That's what you're seeing, that kind of leadership. And that's a beautiful thing. So, like I said earlier, the haters better beware. This is a new Colorado. Like they say, this is a new O-line. And I see if the new O-line has that mentality, then the D-line going to have their own version. It's the new D-line. Then the guys that was down in the DB room, like, we the new DBs. And everybody have this new approach. And that's how you change a culture. That's how you change a program. When the standards change, when the expectations change, and you no longer accept mediocrity. You no longer accept half effort that got you beat and will get you beat. It'll come back on you. And when you set that standard, like, hey, we're not doing that. We already know what that's going to get. We're not going to even repeat it. You either can get with the program or you can get gone. That's when you see a winning culture showing up. But that's just me. Greg said it. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Come back for more of these conversations. Make sure y'all check out some of our videos throughout the week. We go live on the weekend. We have this inspirational motivation here. Hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to y'all soon.